to do. So go by advice.
Okay, let me get you right, ma'am. Ne? So you are saying that you've been a single mother all along. You've been supporting your kids all along, and your
Yes,
baby daddy has been absent all along. Now the kids have
yes,
grown up, and you feel some sort of like betrayal because the kids are now going back to their father to have a relationship with their father.
yeah, to stay with them.
Also, they're choosing that they would rather stay with their father than stay with you.
Yes,
How old are the kids?
18 and 11.
Have you guys had a conversation beforehand? Like during this whole time, do you guys have conversations about your relationship with the kids and their relationship with their father? Are you one of those? Because I know that one of the things that we make, the biggest mistakes that we make as women is to badmouth our baby daddies when when we are with the children, where we tell the children of the stuff that the baby daddy did to us. So much that they grow up having this perception of their fathers until they start developing a relationship with their father, which is an individual relationship, and they start seeing a side of that person that is completely opposite to what you taught them. So I need to know from you, Uri, what type of conversations have you been having with your kids about their father throughout their life?
Mm-mm. Like, whenever I'm on December all the time, I don't want to lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I get discussing too much about him, Babulela, Gaudi phone and stuff. But it's never there. Like, I have to grow them alone, deal with this teenager alone. He doesn't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But to my surprise now, yeah, I choose now.
Why does it feel like it's them choosing him instead of them just wanting to live with him instead of living with you? Because for me, I feel like I'm in a position, I stay with my kids full time, right? But I'm always on the road. And the way me and my baby daddy's relationship is right now, I'm at a point where if the kids woke up tomorrow and they say we want to stay with Papa full time, for me it would not feel like they're choosing him over me. It would just mean that they just want to stay with him. Yes, it's gonna be painful for me, but it's not a matter of them choosing a side because of the relationship that we have as co-parents, right? So in your case, why does it feel like they are choosing him over you by wanting to stay with him? Does it mean that the whole time when they were staying with you, they had chosen you over him? I'm trying to get this right so that even when we are advising, we have context.
No, like, there was no problem all along because I have to stay with them because
Okay.
so I think there was no choice, there was no problem. But poisoning this younger one, or no, I think it's time. Yes, it's high time we go know our dad more.
Okay.
But now I'm sorry, sharp, but it's okay.
I don't know. Okay, maybe somebody else can say something. Because I feel like I'm just going to be
Can I
throwing.
answer that? Yeah,
Yes.
I want to ask why is the statement coming out as the elder one is poisoning the young one? How is it poisoning if he or she feels they want to get to know their father?
Okay, cool. Just hold it there, Lalo. I think Palisa wanted to say something, and then maybe we can come back to Furu once the two the Palisa also has said what she wanted to say.
Okay, firstly, Sanmanan.
Hi, darling.
Lalo, I think Ufula, firstly, I wanted to say on her behalf, Uguti, please try to not use the word Uguti poisoning.
Okay.
It's a very huge word. However, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Why I wanted to answer, I was once a culprit, ngisho njalo, of having to stay no baby daddy and baby daddy wabantwana bakhe with another woman.
Okay.
I'm not hearing what Palisa is saying.
With another woman.
Eh?
So these kids were not my kids.
Okay.
I was staying with the father. He had kids.
Oh, okay. And then the kids chose to come and stay with you and your partner.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I hear you now.
The kids came, or rather chose to come and stay with us.
Okay.
One thing I've actually picked up during that relationship is that Labandana, they used to come visit school holidays. Every after 2 weeks, they used to come.
Okay.
And what the father did, or rather what we did, whenever they came, we'd take these kids out. There's PlayStation, there's your luxury life, we take them to Sun City, all these places. And umntana being umntwana, they don't really know the reality of impilo up until they even said, wow, we love this house, kuhlale kugcwele efrijini, junk food and so forth. They opt, or they decided that they wanted to come and stay with us. When they came and stay with us, now reality kicks in. Akusana ma Sun City every weekend. Akusana ma your takeaways and so forth. So one thing for sure, chances are, from what I heard from Ufolo, they visit the father
In
on
December.
December. So chances are, father goes the extra mile for the kids. And when I'm living with the kids, I'm assuming now, when I'm living with the kids, ngatholakala ukuthi you don't provide them the luxury life le eyaka December that you can actually afford for them or December pay. So somehow those kids ubaba wabo uyabadonsa. I've been in that situation, and the one thing ebuhlungu about that life is that I ended up having a child with this man. We parted ways. He doesn't see my child. He has never supported my child. He even said, uzohamba, uzobuya. But God decided to bless me. And now I had to maintain impilo in case he decides to come and see my child, or rather decide to have a relationship with my child. Kungabi ukuthi, I've never been on a boat, or I've never been on a ship, in a holiday or an airplane. Only daddy is doing it. So abantwana sisi, let them be, let them go. That would be my advice.
Okay.
Let them be, let them go. Bazoyibona reality.
Okay.
They would know who is who.
And also, I feel like, to add on to what you're saying, Palisa, in terms of her letting them go, I would say keep your door open, just so that the kids
Yes.
can go and have an experience of what they think they're missing out on. And so that when they come back, you don't become like now a toxic mother and treat them somehow. Still be able to say, I'm giving you the opportunity to go and decide if you really want to stay there. Let's say maybe I don't know what you call those, probation or whatever. But if you feel like for any reason you still want to come back, you can come back. But also at the same time, I feel like it's a lot to take in as a mom, especially when you are thinking you're raising these kids because they will appreciate you. And also, it's not easy raising kids and staying with them full time, because you have to be the strict one. You have to be the one that shouts and everything. And when they start comparing, obviously they will see you as, no, 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 it's always better the other side because of these luxuries that we are seeing. And I do understand why you would feel the way that you are feeling. The reason why I think maybe I was asking a lot of questions is because I wanted to understand, Ori, how is the co-parenting relationship like? Because this thing of us buying kids, it's a thing, it's a real thing. Because I think I'm also at a point where I've made peace with the fact that when it comes to parenting between me and my ex-husband, he's more lenient than me. The kids get away with a lot of stuff when they're with him compared to when they are with me. But the one thing that we at least understand each other on is the fact that he knows that the kids are better off when they're staying with me, even though they would always be happy to go to him because he lets them off the hook with a lot of things. You get what I mean? So I don't know how your relationship or your conversations with your ex is like. Is it healthy? Because I would really want you to get to a point where if you have to let go of your kids, you let them go with an open heart, because you keeping them also when they really want to go there would mean that now you're shooting yourself on the foot, because when they become problematic, you still have to pick up the pieces.
Like, I never
That's what I
bothered
wanted to
him.
say.
I never bothered him since we broke up 2012. I never bothered him. Ubona bana December. And then babulela like a phone. But now, when Tonsor I'm worried about the younger one. Who 18 years, it's fine. He can stand for whatever, because abana since one understand. But 11 years, can I'm worried too much.
Tapi, I think Tapi wanted to say something to you.
Good evening, ladies. I just wanted to ask, Fulu, are your kids, are they female, girls or boys, or a girl and a boy?
Boys.
Boys.
Boys. Firstly, Palisa and Madam Speaker, you guys have actually highlighted some very important points there, of which is very important for you as okay. My dad was actually seeing me in 2 weeks' time or so. I was staying full time with my mom, and every time when my dad comes, he will bring me a small and a gift, a watching and a bicycling and or something, and that's actually he actually bought me in a way, and I actually liked what my dad was bringing, but my mom. In the other hand, I did not actually see the struggles that my mom, up until I got matured, I did not recognize and appreciate what my mom was doing because, like you said, Madam Speaker, your kids actually get away with a lot of stuff when they are with their father. When my mom was reprimanding me, I would go to my dad, and then my dad would approve my wrongdoing. And as kids will always behave like that. They are just kids. But when they realize the realities of the matter, they will always know where to go, So don't deny your kids their access to their father, especially boys. Boys need their fathers, and I'm telling you, boys need their fathers, and I don't know. I would really like to give you the book that I have written so that you can have actually some information and know how these things work and how these kids think, especially when raising a boy child as a mom. So don't deny them, but also, I get your worry as well. If, let's say, for example, the principles and morals or moralities that you are actually teaching your kids, they are not practiced at your ex's house, and it's just something else, yes, you might want to get worried there, but I'm going to say to you that that guy might be providing for them nice things, showing them another lifestyle, during holidays and stuff. But they will know the reality, because those things will not always be there. My advice is, do not excuse me, do not deny them access to their fathers, because it's going to cause problems for you. So just sit down with them. I know that it's going to hurt you, but then if you need support, please, let's talk. Let's give you necessary support, and also give you some mentorship and so forth, so that you can be able to deal with that, with those issues. But then we are here to help you. That's why we are in this platform. But do not deny them access to go and see their father.
Okay, I think the issue is maybe the point that you didn't get, Dogne, is not the issue of denying access. Is the fact that the kids literally just want to move and stay with the father, and her having to navigate that.
It's very painful. We are also in the same situation with my sister. So this guy, he has a son with my sister. He took out the child from medical aid. He has 2 other kids now with another lady, and he's actually giving my sister 1,000 rands per month. And this child is going to a white school, and sometimes he does not pay. So it does not support financially. And now they wrote a letter. They gave us a letter. They want to take the child. And now it's a very difficult situation, because this guy does not even care about this boy. And my sister is she's not interested in taking him to court. She's doing her best to support the boy, and we are also doing the best to give him necessary support. But now this guy wants to take want to take this boy forever. So what I'm going to say is this: it's a very difficult situation. I think what you need to do is this: have a conversation with your partner, and try to sort this thing out. And I think Nabo, if there is a possibility of him saying, I'm okay with you staying with your mom, but you can visit when you if you want to come and visit at any time, unless he has already supported their request to say, we want to move in with you, and then he said no problem, then you can come and move in with us. But yeah, what I'm going to say is that um yeah, it's a very difficult situation, and I don't know how are you taking it as well, because I can't just give you an advice, not knowing what emotions are you going through, and what exactly are you foreseeing if they're going to move in with the father. So I would say that, hence I said, have a conversation with this guy and reach a common ground, so that you have the best interest for the kids.
Because
It shouldn't be
also
about
another thing, Tapine, is that my fear or my concern is that this could also even damage the so-called relationship that these kids have with the father, because if they get there and they see another side that they don't like, it might then say even that relationship that they've been having, which is like your December relationship, it can be damaged, or it could be even better. You get what I mean? And then now, meaning that to Furu, it will feel like she's losing her kids forever. And that would be like so sad. Before we get to Furu having to give us more details, I think I was requested to put in Leah. I don't know if maybe what Leah has to share is going to actually help us resolve this whole thing. Leah?
Hi guys, how are you guys?
Good, how are you, darling?
No, I'm good. I dealt with the same situation, but I got the wrong end of the stick.
Okay, what happened to you?
Okay, my brother and my sister passed away.
Mm-hmm.
After passing away, my dad stays with his girlfriend, and then the girlfriend requested that they take the kids. No, you have to go through social
Wait,
worker.
hold on, my sister. Are you using a earphones, AirPods, or something like that?
No, I'm not. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so the government requested that they take the kids, and they took the kids, but we had to go through social workers, as my dad does not stay permanently with the chick. We had to go through social workers. Upon us going through social workers, the social worker told the school principal that she's scared of my dad. But the principal told us. So I had to call her superiors just to inform them that this person won't be logical, as she's already taking my dad's side. Because as she was addressing us, I could see that she was impatient with me. And I'm the person taking care of the kids. So she separated the kids. Just today, the other kid was asking, when are you guys coming to get me? The kid is left with the woman, my dad is not there. So sometimes the daughter is not on the right side.
Okay, I think I'm a bit okay. You are saying these kids are your sister's kids.
Yes, my late sister's kid. My
So
dad is 74, but he was awarded custody of the one child. We took two because even physical abuse was there. My father was beating, even the girlfriend was beating them. Yet the social worker still gave the kids to my dad and his girlfriend.
hey. Okay, you know what, my sister? I'm hoping that somebody is actually gonna listen to this, because usually, I don't know whether I should say unfortunately or fortunately, but a lot of things get to be answered in detail in the comment sections from the people who are more knowledgeable, who go through the video after, ne? So I would like that maybe tomorrow you check on the comment sections on YouTube. You will find some informative stuff where people will be sharing more information about where to report and what are the necessary steps for you to take when something like this is actually unfolding. Because I do
The
feel like
worst thing is that I called her supervisor, but even since after she dropped the kid with us, he has not even checked on them. He doesn't even know if that kid is well off or what's happening.
So what happened when you checked with the supervisor?
I haven't checked on them because I felt like they were impatient with me. Like,
Yeah, it's a bit of a draining situation, so it needs you to to gather your strength, and then you start all over again, gather your strength, and start all over again. So that's why I'm saying that I'm hoping that maybe in the comment sections, if you go through the comments on YouTube now, I'm telling you, it's gonna help you a lot tomorrow, because I know that some people are gonna drop some information there, which is actually going to help you to say these are the necessary steps that you can take for you to be able to get the help. All right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Leah, hi.
Hi.
I'm a bit lost. I'm getting that you are of the view that the children were given, or they were handed over to somebody who is, in your eyes, not a fit parent.
Because they were physically, even me and my sister were abused by my dad. Also, the social worker, we were telling her that same thing, but she still was the kid to my dad.
Where's your mom? Like, these kids must be. Do you guys have a mom? Because the kids are either awarded to the mom or dad.
My mom is late. My dad is 74. He doesn't have a stable place to stay. He stays with a girlfriend. I can say he's got 2 girlfriends.
You guys have a home.
Yes, we do. But still, the social worker chose to ignore all those things and still chose to put my and the other kid with him and his other girlfriend.
It sounds very. Something is not right. They cannot give somebody who does not have a stable home. Okay, granted, is the only living parent, but he does not have a stable home.
I feel like
So legally, what can be done? Or maybe we will more do research and comment and speak about it.
Okay, so when you've been to the social worker for this case and tried to solve it, and it's unsolvable.
She says she spoke to the supervisors and it's still pending.
Let me try and get into it. This is what happened. Last July, my father came in because of his girlfriend had told him some things, and he came in and he beat up my late sister's kid. And my sister, who my older sister, came in front of me and told him, "You can't beat a kid like this." And then he started beating everybody in the house, and then they had to run away in the middle of the night.
My sister, you mean to tell me you guys, all of you can't take down a 74-year-old now would beat you?
No, really. He looks like a 17-year-old.
Ah, Jesus.
High blood.
He's fit, but then there was abuse, physical abuse, emotional, even down from us. But the social worker chose to ignore all those things. We had to run away. Yes.
Does he have money?
Yes. That's why Mina stories are all Scotty. I understand it perfectly.
Because money talks, ne? The law is on the side of the ones who have money.
Yes.
Can you approach the children's court for the sake of your sibling? Can you approach and tell them this story? They will do something.
You know what we did? We did. Hence, I'm saying I even went to her supervisors. They say they will go with what's best for the kid. They said the kid said he wanted to stay with my dad. That's not true. Today she was telling us that's not what she said. She wants us to come and get her. It's very difficult.
Do you guys have proof? Can you, like, when this child talks to you, record this child? Even if it's in a call, try to record.
I think we can.
Because that's the proof you actually need to present to the children's court.
That's all. Or WhatsApp, any little thing where the child just says themselves, "I don't want to be here." If it's on a call, ask them why.
Wasn't the fact that there was physical abuse enough for the social workers to?
It was. I don't know what's happening there, guys. Can we South Africa we in by now?
Yeah, I think now you're already saying, or the one who has the money is the one who cash is king. And also, we don't know, the social worker has been a red flag from the get-go. So that means that's something that you still have to visit and get to the bottom of.
Even after I called and complained about her that we need to change the social work, she wasn't changed. We were still giving the same person. And then after everything, she told my sister that no wonder my dad is impatient with me, because I called her supervisors and told them that I need to change the social worker. I think that's why she gave us 1 kid instead of 2. She was just trying to shut me up.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not a public protector ordering. However, this is nonsense.
Yeah, no, she needs to get to the
I'm gonna
bottom
try
of it.
find out. I'm gonna try find out some info, and then I'll comment on YouTube. Ne? I'm gonna try find out how to deal with the matter from the social worker until where you can get help. I'm gonna find ways. I could when you said you called. Obviously, you called somebody senior and they did not help you. So I'm gonna go three steps higher. Find out. And I'll comment there. Then I'll also consult an advocate with over 10 years experience and ask him what can be done.
Okay, I will pin your comments, Agwine, once you leave it on YouTube there.
Yeah.
So, but also let's go back to the 1 year full to say what are we saying?
Kulu, my love, I was ready to fight with you until 12 o'clock. You finished my energy. Babes, I am so sorry to tell you that the parental rights and responsibilities, they allow the other parent to have primary custody, especially if the kids ask for it. When you need to open your heart, you are in pain, ne? But you need to open your heart, let them go there. They will see who he is. And don't be angry because the fight is between you and him, not them. Don't transfer that fight to the kids. Let them go there. We can bet today. Next year, this time, you will be with your kids and you wouldn't have done anything to badmouth. They would have gone and seen and come back. There is nothing you can do. If you try to badmouth, you're only damaging the kids. Calm down. It's painful. You've suffered all these years, but unfortunately, the law sees you and the father as the custodians of those kids. And if this kid, the 18-year-old one, has a right to pronounce that I don't want to be with my mom, I will visit my mom. And the one that is over 16 can also speak and say, I want to be with my mom. Maybe they'll conduct, I want to be with my dad. Maybe if you have consent, they'll even call a social worker to ask this child 100 times, where do you want to be? Why? They will take the child where the child is happy. So let them go, my love. Let them go. As long as when you know nothing will happen to them physically, let them go and see for themselves. They will come back.
Yeah, you must release your heart, my love. Painful and sad as it may be, release your heart, release the children, and just be a parent. It's so sad, hey? It's so sad. I know for me it would be sad, but it wouldn't be 100% sad because I know that the guy can do a good job. But also the fact that these ones I carried for 9 months, my mene. Our Judas, now they don't want to stay with me anymore. It will be painful.
That's how kids are. You carry them 9 months, they come out not looking like you. They grow up, they want to leave you.
And also for you, it's look, it's not like your kids they are going to stop loving you. You know, they love you, they appreciate you. They just want to go and experience their father's side, you know. And it might help them to grow as well, and it will give them a different perspective. And I will tell you, we need those kids also to experience their father's side.
Absolutely.
Because I will tell you, mothers do incredible job. And when there is a father's touch missing, then there is no completeness when it comes to raising those kids. So we
Hey guys,
to experience their dad. So yeah, man, and just relax and you know the time that you used to spend with them 8 hours or 24 hours inside the house, find something to do, you know, replace that time with something, you know, go out and have fun, create a hobby and
start a new
do
relationship.
stuff.
Start a new
Yeah,
relationship.
The thing is, I bought the house for them. Like, I wanted them to stay with me. Let's just live our best life. But now, I'm also worried to relate that side. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm so confused.
Excuse my love.
Because I can't stay here alone. I'm used to be with my kids. Then next is gonna be another chapter. I have to open another chapter.
Yeah, tough one.
House will be so empty. When I come back from work, there will be no one.
Jesus.
Weekends, no one. That's it.
Maybe if you can follow.
Sorry, Milk. I'll just finish now. I'm sorry to have ramped. I know this is serious, but you know what? There was this trend on TikTok. Any opportunity you get, my enjoyment. Try. I know you won't forget your kids. But I find things. You see, you've been not struggling. You've been parenting for all these years. Just imagine the best life the father was living. Right now, it's time to find a deputy. It is time to do that makeup. Hey, it is time. When they see them, I see Mama is happy to see them. Now, if when are you gonna be hallowing in heartbreak, when you see them again, they'll see an happy mom. They don't want that. Please, my love, try. Be strong. This is where this is where they say, "Kasipedi musadi utshwara thipa ka bogaleng." Hold that part. Don't hold for a boyfriend. For your kids, hold it and be strong and try to keep yourself happy so that your kids can have a happy mom.
Sagwi, we are loving you today, Sha. Me and my people in the comment section on YouTube, we are really, really in love with you today. Today, you are our person. Milk wanted to say something. Guys, we have to wrap it up, guys. Like, can you see how I look?
Okay. Um,
Oh,
okay. I
yes.
wanted to say to follow. Maybe also if you can as they advise you that open your heart and everything. My suggestion is that maybe if you have a legal advisor or if you have social workers around, you are not going to dispute the children going, but just place it on record. Why am I saying this? Because there is a possibility children, they make decisions. The decisions that us here as adults will take a year to make, a children can make it in an hour. And after an hour, they change that same decision. Us will take 10 years for us to change it. So what you can do, you just place it on record. You tell the social worker, you tell them that now the children will be at this area. Then the social worker, if the area is different, will tell the social worker in the other area where the children will be staying, the address and everything. Should there be a need, you are not saying there will be something negative. Secondly, my advice would be take them to their dad. If maybe they're still writing the exam, as soon as they finish, take them quicker to him so that they can have a longer visit with him. You will, and when you go to their school, when you do the transfer letters and everything, tell the school that can you please keep their place at least for the first quarter or until June or whatever. The social worker will be able to advise you. Hence, I'm saying maybe if you can talk to a local social worker just for advice, and after that, so that they can keep their space, even though they will be gone, they will write their transfer letters and everything. Then they keep them, because I can promise you, you will be surprised. January, you will find that they will say they want to come back. And Madam Speaker said something very important, that make sure that you make it clear to the children, more especially to the 18-year-old who understands that my kids, anytime when you want to come home, call Mama. This is your home. You belong here. Nothing will change. Anytime when you want to come, it's at home. I will not be angry at you that you left. This will always be your home, and we will always be happy. We will rejoice. I do not have a problem. Go and enjoy yourselves with your father. I think it's going to be fun there. You're going to enjoy yourselves there. I can promise you, you'll find that January, January will start saying, Mama, that I can promise you. That's how children are. Or maybe the smaller one. And the reason why I'm saying go to a social worker, the smaller one, the way I know it, I don't know if you were married with your ex, but then agree in most cases, the minor children, normally they start looking at the maternal side, and then if the maternal side, they are okay, and then that's where they go for the paternal side. So I think you have full rights to can say ngwana a ka nnang o santsane a na le wena, and it has to be you, or the father has to come and communicate with you. Can I take the child, maybe the 18-year-old ke ena fela a ka ipolellang. Please just check that, but I doubt with the 11-year-old that the child can just decide, or now I'm just going to my father, because when the primary caregiver, from what I heard what you're saying. And as I said, I'm not sure if you were married and then what was the settlement when the divorce was finalized, if you were married. But if you were not married, still, yes, he's still the father 100%, but I feel that you need to put some legalities. And lastly, because the reason why I'm saying you must also go to the social workers, just to place it on record, to say, this is the situation, but because Papa might dispute, and then that's where the problems are going to start. So if you've never placed anything on record, then it's going to cause a lot of delay. But if you have placed something on record, then they will have something to work on, and then you will say, no, I never had any problem, but I just came to inform the social worker so that I can understand, because now there's a stepmother there, and I never had an experience of my children staying with a stepmother. I just wanted to understand, but I did not have a problem. Then you will be having something that is on record so that they don't come out and say, now you're poisoning the children, you want them back, you're doing this. There can be a lot of stories. So, and everything that you do or that you say, make sure you have a diary, write it down, because there's another woman there, and maybe as you are saying that the father was not really that present, from what I heard, just make sure that you note down everything as far as you can remember, and don't postpone, because Kausan is another day you are likely to forget and all that. Just write down everything. It's a very important matter. A very big legal issue. And in case you can't speak for yourself, at least let the social worker have something on record. And if you have a diary, somebody will open that diary and know what was happening. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hallelujah,
No,
amen. Thank you so much, Mama.
those are
Everything
very
you
good
said,
points
yes.
that you made. Especially the records one, because you see what what's happening with Kamu Pachani's thing. It could have been the same situation of not having things on record. Go see the social worker, have it written down, have an agreement with the father, so that tomorrow, if the stepfather, I don't know the stepmother, I don't want to say anything about her, but the situation near Kamu and her wife, what they are doing to Koki, that's what will happen if you don't have things on record. Thank you so much for that note, Noka. It had definitely slipped my mind.
Yeah.
Please go do that.
Thank you so much, Mama. I think Palisa wanted to ask something.
Yes, Madam Speaker. Ngiyabonga. Actually, it's been a minute since I've been live here. This parental planning, the last time I was live here, I was actually advised to a parental planning. He's not there. He's just absent, and I'm not complaining about it and so forth. When we parted ways, like I've stated earlier on, he said in Zobuya and I didn't. God decided to bless me otherwise. So I've been living in Nganyame for quite some, 4 years, 5 years now. On 8. Okay. Can I just go, because I think you might not remember, there was a time where I bumped into him, or rather he bumped into me, being a walker, then he stopped the car and so forth, my response was, why? Then he said, and etc. And so I didn't respond to him going forth. I felt, when I got home, I felt the guilt, because you know what, probably this person is being genuine. He wants to have a relationship with the child. Then I opted to let me go to a salon where he usually does that guy, they are very tight, the owner is salon, and let him come and see Umdwana. He did that. The guy had to call baby daddy wami to come and see the child. Whereas I was on Magambona. I actually became upset. I think I told you, this person didn't even offer Umdanami. Maybe I was just being dramatic. It's been years since he has seen the child. I'm offering usually R1, stick sweet or amanzi and so forth. However, I thought, okay, maybe I'm just being dramatic. I let go. Come a month later, I was advised, I joined your live before the month later. I was advised to go parental planning. When I went a court, I got the papers and everything. When I stepped out, I go to, why should I be the one going for a parental planning? What if this person doesn't want to be part of the child's life? I don't want to force, install, or rather inject utando emuntwini. So if he wants to see the child, I think it's better for him to do parental planning.
Yeah.
You know what? I am not going to swallow my pride and whatsoever. I'm just not going to tell him what I am the parental planning, or rather go that court procedure up until he decides otherwise. Fine, I let go. Then this year, now in December, going on an MEC cruise, I wanted to take my child along. So I asked him, Guti, can you grant me permission? I became very formal on the SMS. Can you grant me permission by writing an affidavit that I want to take Umtana out of the country? We have an unabridged certificate. He's on the certificate. So he didn't respond. Eventually, I called him. When I called him, it was a missed call on his end. He didn't answer. He called me, being some 17. I called him with a number that he didn't know. When I responded to the call, give me why in parental in authority, whereas he doesn't see the child. I asked him, why don't you see Umtwan? I've never stopped you. Then he went on about all the monies that he spent on me giving birth, because I got him done at a private hospital. He paid when I was pregnant. He was busy going on about how his other kids who were born on a medical aid. He went the extra mile. Then I told him, listen, can I pay you back in my yakho? Then Gaba into go back and forth on the call, Jay. Then he was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do any. He advised me because he's not gonna do any affidavit. If it happens, I take his child out of the country, he's gonna get me arrested. Then I was like, you know what, I think me and you would rather talk via court. If me and now we would need to talk. My school in court. I'm not gonna entertain this anymore. Then he said, F you. I must go F myself. Sharp. I decided to, you know what, I'm just gonna leave this guy. I've got a new boyfriend now. He's a very loving guy. He is on my case. It would say, have said to have a relationship because your child is more closer to me. I don't want it to be a matter of makamiskati. So would say why are closer to me and not the father. Let's try to get the father involved as well. Not financially, but I'll be present somehow. I don't know how. We called, that was 2 weeks back from now. We called him. We don't need your money. Can you have a relationship with my daughter? Fine. He agreed and all those things. Then he spoke to me. I gave him my daughter's numbers. He calls my child. My phone I was there. My child was asking him, who are you? And so forth. Why are you calling me? No, I want to take you out. No, but I already have a dad. My mom got me a dad that does all the taking out. I don't recall a person having two dads. Then he was busy talking to my child. It's fine, you can have 2 dads, there's nothing wrong, and so forth. Then on Monday, this past Monday, he sent a text message that I must tell him when is it convenient for me to take Umtwana so he can go buy clothes for my child. So today, my daughter always had that mindset, which is she understands she's old. I don't ill speak the father. I approach my child, like, you know what, your dad, your biological dad wants to take you out so you guys can go shopping, clothes, and so forth. Then my daughter's response was, no, but tell him my size. Mind you, she's turning 8 next week. When I said that, she's like, no, please tell him, give him my size. Tell him that I wear size 11 to 12 and so forth. And the shoe size, I must advise him. So I didn't know what to say. I'm not going to force my child to go. I don't know if am I being selfish as well. I don't know. Or to go with your father and benefit and get clothes and all those things. So I call the guy, dude. My child is saying she doesn't want to come with you. If possible, can you please buy the clothes? Then he just hung up the phone on me. He was like, no, leave it. Then he hung up the phone. So now I asked myself, I wanted to go Yombo Pizza at some point for maintenance, just for the sake of sharing the same. I think in Gishera the same. I'm on the same shoes as or rather fearing with food. Would say, what if this child and him supporting then Masega Kunile, Ahambe Ayubabaki. I think me no food we share the same sentiment. Then would say why I wanted to go to family court. Not that I can't afford my child financially, I can. If I want to go to family court or rather maintenance court, manga supporta umtana wami, even if I won't use that money, save for my child. And if it gets to that extent where she would want to stay with the father, whatever the case might be, I am feeling that pinch. I don't know if am I daydreaming about that. I won't feel that much of a pinch. Ish, Uhamba and this man didn't even put any effort for the child. So I don't know. I just wanted, if possible, um, advise on that. What should I let go of this person up until my child is old enough? Should I go maintenance court? I don't want to end up feeling like Ufulu, but I feel a little what if I'm gonna relax and yeah. It's
Okay.
not about money, but I just want him to be there. If he can't be there physically, emotionally, let him be there financially.
Okay, I'm literally like almost dozing off now, ne? That's how like exhausted I am. But I think I still have a little bit of something that I can say to you in closing, right? I'll allow ish guys, I don't know if it will allow me for everybody else to say what they have to say. But number one, um, even with me, whose baby daddy is literally paying maintenance every month, if the kids decided that they wanted to stay with him, it would still sting like a bee. It would hurt the same way that Fulu is hurting right now. So you going to maintenance court just so that when the kid decides that they don't want to stay with you and they want to stay with the dad, if you think that's going to help better fight the situation, it's not. It's still going to be painful. So either way, that one you still have to prepare yourself emotionally for it when it happens, if it ever happens. Number two, I feel like it was wrong for you and your partner to actually want to initiate a relationship between your baby daddy and the child because you are opening up this room for the child to be disappointed, because I feel like yeah, not the baby daddy. As an adult, he should be the one that says he wants to reach out to have a relationship with the child. And if he doesn't want to have that relationship, you should be able to protect your child and make your child understand that it's okay for you to have a dad who's not your biological dad, even though your dad is somewhere out there. Because all these things of you trying to initiate and trying to get him to have a relationship with the dad, it's opening up a room for your child to be disappointed, which is probably one of the reasons why where the child is at now, she feels like she doesn't even want to have a relationship with this guy. Meaning that now it goes back to the child being heartbroken by this man because when and your boyfriend, you decided that it was a good idea to actually let this man back into this child's life. When he and self the man, he didn't see the need to come back into the child's life. When it comes to you applying for maintenance for wanting to save the money, that is a very good idea. You should do that, but you should not be doing that because you are hoping that when he one day wakes up and wants his child and the mother wants and the child wants to leave you and goes to the father, it's going to make you feel better, because it's not going to make you feel better. So I think these are things that you guys are combining and turning them into one thing, and they are not. These are individual separate things that should never ever ever be categorized under one thing, because you categorizing them like that will mean that you are setting yourself up for failure and for disappointment in the future. When, let's say for example, the child decides that they want to stay with the dad and it still hurts and it still sends you to a psychiatric ward, you would be very much disappointed. Number two, saying that the child must have a relationship with the father goes and breaks this child with words, you didn't solve anything. Even if you're getting maintenance, even if the child, like for me, I feel like all these cases are different cases that you should handle them individually. Having the parental plan, it should be from him saying that I want to have a relationship with the child, so now because I want to have a relationship with the child, this is now what I'm saying that you should bring, this is now what I'm saying that this is how we should see the child. Because I feel like the whole time this man does not want to have a relationship. He will decide when he wants to have the relationship, and I feel like you guys are projecting on your child, because your fears of him and of the child having a relationship with the father in the future, that thing might not even happen, because the child is happy where the child is. The child is happy with the boyfriend, the current boyfriend. You get what I mean? Meaning that the child might never even get to a point where they see the need to have a relationship with their biological father. I think you are way ahead of yourself, and I do understand where you're coming from, because your fears as a parent to say one day if I get to a point where I lose my child, then what am I gonna do with myself? But I feel like you guys, ne, you are jumping the gun. That's just my 2 cents.
Thank you, Madam Siga. I was going to say the same thing because I do not force this guy to have a relationship with your daughter, because also my dad did not want to have a relationship with us. We are four, and nobody from my siblings wanted to go and have a relationship with him or go and stay with him. So we all decided that we want nothing to do with him. So don't have that fear of now your daughter choosing to go and stay with this guy. But if he does not initiate the relationship, to have a relationship with a daughter, then don't force him. Let him be. Let him be, because now you are going to invite more drama into your life, into your daughter's life. It's just going to be chaos. And also, when you pursue the maintenance route, you must just know that it might be a tedious, process. You must be ready for that, but don't do it because you want to safeguard your feelings for the future. So just continue with your daughter, continue with your life, and leave this guy alone.
Thank you.
Yeah, so much.
You're most welcome, my love.